Rain vs Flash, I think might be even more amazing. So I'm tuning in both days.
Of course. Well, I'll be there too, I think. Hopefully. Unless the world ends. Which is supposedly happening soon.
It'll be after that.
Oh, yeah.
The world can't end until after the tournament's over. That would just be a tragedy.
That's why MLG scheduled it that way.
Yeah, we scheduled it, yeah. The tournament, so the semifinals are Thursday and the next Monday. The grand finals will be the Thursday after that. And then we don't care if the world ends because we've lived a happy life. Flash vs Rain, wow. I mean, soO vs Parton's gonna be great, but I'm super excited for Flash vs Rain. Although actually, the way Parton dismantled Life,
he did.
It's gonna be really cool to see how soO deals with it.
Now, Life really intrigued me his play. I don't know, it's really weird.
He didn't make a sufficient number of infestors.
No, he didn't.
We noticed
he went gas really early all those games too.
He did. We noticed Enoch did the same thing. Enoch did not make a large number of infestors. In his games.
All right, let's watch this. Should we watch this game from soO's point of view?
Sure, let's do it from soO's point of view.
All right. Daybreak.
So MC again getting that forge before the Nexus. Must be just at the time that's what his build was. MC does things a little bit differently. Pretty unique Protoss player.
He is.
A little bit of style of his own.
A very good style. The highest earning Protoss player in the world.
Yes, in fact, I believe he's the second highest earning player in the world. I think he's just behind MVP.
Behind who?
MVP.
Yes.
For Starcraft2. If you count in Starcraft1 earnings, etc., then they're both behind Flash by a decent margin. And of course, they're both behind Jaedong as well. I think.
You want to answer one of these, and we can give out a beta key?
Yeah, let's see. So what type of questions did we get from last game?
At the top, I think there's about 5 questions there. There's 5 questions there.
So what is it?
Kind of like Justin Richards' question.
Justin Richard, why did MC fight all those spines that are killing the bottom right base and then trying to run away? That is a good question. I like that.
Yeah.
There's a couple reasons. I don't even know if he knew about the bottom right base, and he's going to try to kill the buildings.
Yeah.
But then even if he did, there's an interesting point that if he goes straight for the bottom right base, he can be very easily cut off by soO. I think he was afraid to engage that bottom right base, given the fact if he gets stuck there, if the Broodlord Infestor goes up to the top, you can't run along the right side because they can fungal and then Broodlords from the high ground, they can nail you. So I think that could have been he was just scared of sending his army down there, and he couldn't send a small force because there were still about 8 spine cores, I think we said, somewhere around there. There's a good number at the bottom right base as well. And the other reason is that you want to kill the hardest thing to kill earlier. Which is
because like he was dealing with the spines when the army wasn't there.
Exactly, and so if it comes down to the fact that like, let's say he kills a bottom right base, and soO realizes he might lose buildings, and he camps over the spines. Then all of a sudden, soO could split his army and only leave like a couple Broodlords and a couple Infestors, and that would be enough to defend the spines.
He can even uproot.
He could, yeah, and move him with his army. But he can't do it with the bottom right, right? If he wants to defend that, he has to keep a much larger chunk of his army there, and then he couldn't run around and kill MC's bases. So I think that was the rationale behind it. MC wasn't worried about soO mining more resources too much because he killed a ton of Overlords, and of course he killed the entire infrastructure. So.
Yep. And
it also could have just been a mistake. Maybe he should have gone for the bottom right, but I actually kind of like going for the spines. I mean, I could see it either way. I mean, to be honest, he wasn't going to win the game at that point anyway. But
it all comes down to what do you have to deal with that Infestor Broodlord army, and if you don't have anything to deal with it, can you kill all your opponent's buildings? Exactly,
and I don't think he was going to kill all the buildings that game. Yeah. He might have made a run for it.
It was an interesting game. Justin Richard, thank you for the question. I will get you your beta key after this game is over in the break. Guys, if you have any questions during these games, tweet at Axeltoss, at ISAxslav, and at MLG. And if we answer your question, you will get a Heart of the Swarm beta key. Of course, here we are in game number 2 between MC and soO. soO having a pretty terrifying run through the Tournament of Champions.
Look at soO's map
in game 1. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Overlords in all the proper places. Now, if MC opens Stargate, all those Overlords are dead.
Maybe not all.
So I don't know if I like this that much.
He couldn't get both the bottom right and top left one. Because whichever side he goes, soO could pull the other one to retreat back base, probably. If it's just a single Phoenix. If he waits for like 4 Phoenix, yeah, he could kill them all, probably. So it's a trade-off.
Yeah. No, but it's phenomenal map vision. No probe will go unseen.
MC's also not known for going Stargate, so I wonder if this is something that soO might not do this if he was playing against, let's say, who's known for going. Creator goes. I think the prototype would Stargate the most. Squirtle does it a lot, actually. Squirtle,
Parting.
Parting does it
To
a
a certain
good
extent.
amount. Parting is about like
not
1 in
the
4,
more
1 in
all
3
in.
games. Yeah. Parting does it a decent amount. Is there any Protoss who does it like a ton though? That's what I'm trying to think of. Genius likes it a lot. I think Genius might be the Protoss who does Stargate the most out of all the world-class Protosses that I've seen. Of course, there's a lot of these new Pro League Protosses we haven't seen too many games from. Maybe, you know what? Maybe the next tomorrow, you know, yesterday we did Flash games, today we're doing soO games. We could try to get one of these Pro League Protosses in tomorrow. Maybe like Shy. Like, we haven't seen much of Shy's play from the MVP tournament.
Was he in the...
Or, SOS. SOS. Yeah, he called himself Shy and Broodor, which is confusing me. All the Broodor guys keep changing their names.
They do.
And they keep, like, Best changed his team too. I mean, can't they just all keep things simple for us, man?
What if they were all like Root Major?
None of them are quite as bad as he is.
So it looks like MC's going to be going for an Immortal All-In of sorts here. And soO, is he reacting appropriately? Putting Spines down at his third.
I like the
such a long
there.
map, too.
I think a lot of Zergs neglect Spine Crawlers when dealing with this build. He also, soO has a little flanking force, throwing it through the minimap. Now he's checking their vision. So he knows, now knows MC's somewhere in the lower portion of the map. Well, now knows exactly where he is.
Scary army.
It is a scary army. So MC's been, he's been doing a good job of making MC not able to push out without a lot of units, right?
So now he's going to try to counterattack here.
I don't think 3 cannons in a sentry should be fine. But, I mean, it was good to check that, right?
Yeah.
In fact, wait, he's bringing more reinforcements. Is he gonna... Now
he's
he has
try
enough...
to flank and
yes.
hit from every single location.
Yes.
And
he can kill the pylons.
Oh, he can. Well,
and then,
the Warp Prism can warp in.
But then MC can't use it to micro the Immortals, which is always nice.
Oh, that's true.
You can just force them to not be able to do that. The +1 range weapon just finished too, so he's been buying time for all this. And now MC's in a kind of awkward spot. There goes the last pylon.
soO's control is so amazing here.
It is. He's only lost a couple Zerglings. Right?
He
lost a little more than that. A couple of roaches too.
Alright, here we go. soO is this, okay.
Yeah, just run away. If there's always, you have to be so quick with reacting with
soO's almost maxed. 12 minutes.
He is.
He's maxed right now.
And this has been maxed while he's been losing units. He lost 20 units so far this game, and he made units early. This wasn't a macro focused build. This was cutting units to get a threat on the Protoss so you could delay the push build, right?
soO's still trying to keep this army back, trying to get MC to expend those force fields. MC finally deciding it's time to go, putting the force fields on top of the Spine Crawlers, trying to keep those roaches away. soO trying to flank from the back as well, but he's just going to have to back away, and MC is actually doing a great job so far.
He is. This is one of those things where MC had lost no units, except that the Spine Crawlers, I think, actually did a lot of work there.
Oh, yeah.
I think way too many Zergs underrate Spine Crawlers versus yes, they die to Immortals fast, but you know what? They have a 7 range, right? And they can't be force field away, which I think is a pretty big deal. Wow, look at those force fields by MC, but...
He's running out, though.
He's running out, and soO still has a lot of food.
He still has a lot of roaches, 167 supply. MC, I think he just expended his last force field, which means he has nothing to tank. Look at those Zealots try to tank the damage.
Yeah, the Zealots are doing a great job, though. The 3 Immortals are still untouched. soO's roaches are actually getting melted.
Yeah.
Wow, is MC gonna win this?
I don't know how he did that.
Immortal Sentry's pretty darn good. Those Spine Crawlers should have been moved so long ago. I don't know why he's just moving them now. I didn't even know he had those 3
so
up there.
He's gonna have to pull some drones here to try to deal with this. He still has a decent amount of roaches, but still a lot of Immortal Stalkers and Sentries there, albeit the Sentries don't have a lot of energy. And hold on a second.
Wow, more and more roaches swarming here. Another Zell warping, but the Mortals are pinned in the back, and there we go. So I was saying this is the advantage of the Warp Prism couldn't get there in time because it had to warp into Zealots, right? So that's why he was able to kill that Immortal, and finally these Spine Crawlers are being repositioned.
I think soO's eventually gonna hold this off.
I don't know. He's lost so many drones though.
Yeah.
He's down to 36. Wow, he's screwed then because if MC can, like, the production tab's so small for soO now, right? So I think this is pretty much it. I mean, maybe he can pull some. Basically, take a miracle. MC's doing some cute little Warp Prism micro to keep the Sentries alive. The last 2 Spine Crawlers go down there. I think we're just. I don't see any way soO can possibly come back now. You know what went wrong for him, right? The spine core reposition, I think, could have helped, but I think more importantly, when you're soloing the Immortal Sentry, you got a tech behind it. You can't. I don't.
Yeah,
think
that's
you
the
can
thing. Like he stayed on the Roches the whole way.
Yeah. I think you really need to, you know, what he did, he was able to slow and buy time so that the Immortal Sentry could kill him very early. And then during that time, if he was building, you know, Infestation Pit, or if he was even getting like Burrow and Tunneling Claws, and he could have probably done a lot more in some of those engagements. I don't know, I've seen Tunneling Claws work, and I've seen it not work against this push.
Yeah.
The only thing I've
slings and Roches with nothing else. I don't know if that's
once the Protoss army gets to a certain size.
There's
Thing
nothing you can do.
Yeah, at the point, GG.
GG. Now, how much should I have a question? How much should the Zerg prioritize killing the Warp Prism? Do you think? Is it worth
I think
tagging your queens onto it?
They definitely should if they can, but there was MC always had his in the back there, right? If there was queens in the flanking force, but they would have been off creep and stuff. So, I mean, any chance they get, yeah, they should always focus it. But I don't think soO ever had an opportunity. MC was so good that game as far as his control of every single.
And soO is playing parting, right?
That's right.
And soO just lost 2 more all in. So we'll have to see.
Parting hasn't been doing it though.
That's true.
Pretty much.
Well, then again, like the things he's been like the things he scouted from live. I think
That's true. Yeah, because live,
like early gases,
yeah, you can't,
like
you can't do
thirds and stuff like that. So it's like.
Yeah, you can't do Immortal versus 2-base Zerg. So. Because their tech will kill you. They either kill you with mutas before you leave your base, because they can get mutas out before 9. They can get them out actually almost exactly 9 minutes with a 2-base muta build.
Alright guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to do Thorzane versus soO. Is that okay with you, Mr. Axelav?
That's perfect for me.
Oz, soO?
Either one. We're going to do them all, so.
It's just we get to